Great. Well, once again, thank you everybody for joining. Great to have you with us today for Ticket Training Tuesdays. I'm Jeff, for those that don't know me. Jump to my slide here. I look after our customer success efforts here for Ticket. Those of you that not met me before, it's very nice to meet you. For those of you that have, hello again. It's just really great to have you with us. We've been doing Ticket Training Tuesdays for a few weeks now. I think this is the sixth one. And it's really great to see the same sort of names and faces come back for more each week. That's why we're doing this, for you guys to have the chance to learn more. So thank you very much. But also, please keep giving us feedback. We need your feedback on the product, as always, but on these sessions as well. So if there's something you want to see more of, or a whole session on a certain topic, then please let us know. Yes, as we say, we want to know what you want to see. We've got our next few weeks planned, but if someone's got something they really want to see, then we will do whatever we can to rearrange stuff. We want to keep these sessions really relevant for you, our customers, and what you want to see and what you want to learn. I wonder if my colleagues can throw into the chat the link to the article we have that just tracks these sessions, both past in terms of the recordings and future in terms of the upcoming sessions that we've got planned. So you can see what's coming. But as I say, please let us know. You can put it right here in the chat. If you want to see something else, then do please shout out. And if you haven't seen all the previous sessions, then again, please go and have a look at that link and you can see it there. Today we're looking at custom views. So we're basically already 2/3 through this agenda. Let's jump straight into custom views. We'll walk through a few things. We'll spend most of the time in demo today of how you set up and use custom views. Great, thank you. Let's get this slide complete. Sorry, not that. There we go. Okay, so first of all, just want to call out that there are some out-of-box views, and these are all great. And these, I want to make sure everyone's aware of these and what they all do. We'll get to the demo in just a second to show you where these are if you're not familiar. But we have all actives. That's going to show you all the active tickets, i.e. ones that are not resolved or closed. That's the default view, so it's kind of where you land. If you're not familiar with views, you're going to basically have always been there. But it can get, quite a long list if you have a lot of tickets in your organization. So sometimes you want a more kind of focused view. So we also have My Work, which shows you everything that's assigned to you. If you're more of an overseer, that's also helpful. But if your job is just to kind of focus on your tickets, then that My Work view is great. Just this is what I need to do. Maybe you're the kind of other way and you want to see what's unassigned, right? What's not assigned to anybody, because I need to get those things assigned to individuals, make sure they're going to get addressed. And then you've got the unassigned view there, which may be helpful. We also have closed. This again gets very, very large over time because it kind of builds up everything that's ever been closed, but can be useful if you want to go back and look at something from a while ago. And finally, deflected, which is a very interesting view, very interesting concept. Deflected, that's showing you all the tickets that are in a status of deflected. That is ones where your end user spoke to ticket through either chat or through the request portal, through Teams chat with the TVA, with the ticket virtual agent, through the request portal, or even through email. And when a response was presented, they said, yes, this was helpful. And in that case, although we imply to end user that we're kind of done here and that there's nothing kind of tracked, we do still log a ticket, and we log it with a status of deflected. And that enables you to then, in that deflected view and in various reporting tools, see everything that is successfully being deflected by the AI and is avoiding having to use human agent time. So very interesting to kind of see what's being deflected, what users are asking for, and what's coming back. Which of your knowledge articles are successfully getting deflected, which aren't. How many is the total number of tickets have been deflected? So we can calculate, how much time we're saving with the investment into Tikit and the AI, that sort of thing. I believe my very first session on Tikit Train Chooser was all about deflection, so check that out if you want to know more. And then just quickly, again, I'll show you these in the demo. I just want to make you aware that there are these other nodes, and it's slightly confusing because we've got another kind of my work in here. We've got the whole tickets node where all these views live, including custom views we're going to get to. But there is separate to that a my work and a my group work node down the main navigation. I'll show you what that looks like. That is a separate thing. So I want to make sure everyone's aware that is a separate thing. That is available in not all plans. So if you're on the higher plans, then you're gonna know what I'm talking about there with the my work and the my group work. But let's get into custom views. And just got one simple slide here, then we're going to jump straight in. It's all about creating what you need for your business users. We've given you 5 out of box, try and cover kind of a general case of scenarios, but every organization is different. Your business users are going to have different requirements to somebody else's, but that's where custom views comes in. You can build what you need for your users. Typically, we see views built, for a particular team or a particular category, but it can be based on anything else, any other reasons as well. So we're going to get in here and see some examples. Right then, let's jump into the demo. Okay, hopefully you are seeing my Tikit web portal here. So here I'm in Tickets, which is the default kind of landing place, the base URL into this Tickets navigation area. And the default, as I said earlier, is all active. And those are those 5 views as we talked about. So this is everything. If I go to, well, everything that's active, go to my work, I'm just seeing the ones that are assigned to me. I'm going to unassigned. I'm just seeing the ones that are unassigned to nobody. Closed shows me all the ones that are closed or resolved. And finally, as we said, deflected, the ones that are in deflected. And those of you who've seen my demos before know that I tend to demo the Wi-Fi password example a lot, hence why a lot of my deflected tickets are around the Wi-Fi password request. And then quickly again, just to call it out, so you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the difference between this, my work, and then we have this, my work here. So back in the main navigation, which you can collapse and collapse and expand as needed. We have separate to tickets navigation, we have the my work navigation. There's a whole new kind of concept separate to tickets and the views that are within that. My work and my group work will come to in a second, need extra consent. So if you haven't done that already, when you go to this, you're going to get a little kind of banner on the top saying you need to provide further consent to use these features, which you do in settings and consent management. And you need your M365 administrator to do that step for you if you're not that. And the reason it needs the extra consent is because, as well as kind of bringing you stuff from Tikit itself, there's my tickets. I'm all in my work. So it's all about me, this page. It's a very selfish page. My tickets, my tasks that could be part of life cycles, my approvals. If I scroll over, we also have my agenda meetings. I've not got any meetings in my calendar actually in this environment. But I do have unread emails, and I do have tasks by planner. Somewhere on a planner board is some tasks also assigned to me. And that's the reason this view needs that further consent, because it's actually pulling in data not just from Tikit, but from the rest of the M365 ecosystem, from email, calendar, and tasks by planner as well. I'm in the board view here. That's the kind of really interesting one, because you get to kind of see all these columns of everything I need to be working on, everything that's in front of me. There is also the work list, which just gives you those items assigned to you. This is more similar to the My Work under tickets, but we do get these nice kind of brackets here. So again, everything, or we can break it into tickets, tasks, and approvals. So you can kind of handle those separately as well. If you're a manager and you get a lot of approvals, maybe you're going to come here and sort of work your way through them, seeing what's what. My group work, very similar, but really this is slightly less selfish. This is all about me and everybody else in my group, my team, you know, defined by the groups on tickets. I'm actually a member of lots of groups, so I'm seeing stuff from all different groups in here. And you see stuff that's assigned to you that's not assigned to any group, like this one, for example. So that's all in there. And again, same thing, all tickets, tasks, approvals, all separately if you need them. And we also have the board view. Again, these first two columns are again from a group focus. Well, the first one, my tickets, is from that group focus. The rest are really all about individual assignment anyway. Tasks and approvals, and again, the emails, calendar, and planner the same. That tickets view is going to be slightly more zoomed out. This is everything in my team. Okay, that was a quick overview. I'm going to jump back to the tickets node, and let's get into some further views. So you'll see I've got those 5 system default views, but down here I've got custom views. And I've got 2 that I've already produced. Here's 2 I made earlier, but we are going to create one from scratch in a second as well. So on my slide, I talked about how you might make these kind of per team. So here's one. I've just got everything assigned to the desktop group. So whether I'm in the desktop group or not, I've got this view, and I can come to it, and I see everything that's assigned to the desktop group straight away. And this is everything, actually, whatever the status is. Resolved, active, pending is in there. That may not be super useful. You may want to then filter further to just active. My second example is hardware. So this is all tickets of the category hardware. And you can, I don't have the category shown. You'll see I've got less columns here. Maybe this is more compact, more focused kind of view. Just got the kind of real raw ticket information. But you can kind of see from the titles here, these requests, there's lots of things around hardware. Largely there are requests for new devices. And here's one about my PC being slow, my PC is broken type stuff as well. Let's go and make a view from scratch and we'll see how it all works. So, oh, actually, sorry, one more thing, I forgot this point. There's a nice little feature as well. Each of these custom views has a unique ID, and that becomes part of the URL. So that means I can then grab that as a URL with this ID 1 on the end. I believe my desktop tickets is ID 4. It's just going to count up as I create more. I can copy that and paste it to somebody else, send them a link. They're going to go straight to that view. So it's great if you've kind of made a view for a manager, just their team, just their tickets they care about. You can then sort of share that view with them. They can store that, they can bookmark that and go straight to it each time, which is kind of nice. Right, let's create another one. So this time I'm going to go to add new view. It's right here on the view drop down. And I get this add new view pop up. And there's kind of 3 parts to this. There's name, filters, and columns. So pretty straightforward. Our view needs to have a name. This time I'm going to do, again, based on category. I'm going to do a different one. I'm going to do software tickets. And then under filters, you can see I've got all the properties of the ticket here. And I can actually put filters on one or more of these, as many as I need to build up my criteria exactly as I want it. And you can make that as simple as you want. For example, category is software. That's about as simple as you can get. Or you can get very, very complex, very granular, have multiple filters going on multiple properties, as many as you need. And you can add, as you saw on the category here, I can select more than one. See the count increasing here. So it's not just that it equals this, it can be equals, with an or implied there. I'll leave it on software for now. I do only want to show the active ones though. So I'm also going to go to status and check that it needs to be active or pending. I don't want to show the resolved, closed, and deflected ones. I'm actually going to rename my view to active software tickets. Actually, I've also realized I just want to do the requests around software because I deal with software requests, not any incidents around software. So I'm actually going to rename it again to all software requests. So you can see you can build up that criteria and make it as granular as you need to. Scrolling down, well, not scrolling, it's all on this page here, but moving down the page, we're now going to select the columns. So this is the columns we want to show up in that view there. Now, if we just leave them all unchecked like they are now and hit save, that's going to give me everything. So all is equivalent to everything. Save you checking all the boxes if you want all. But you can be more specific about what's relevant. What's important view, there's a lot of properties, a lot of columns. And depending on your resolution, sometimes it doesn't even all fit on one kind of screen. So think about what's important to the person consuming this view. What's the important information they want? You will see as well if I check status, because I've now checked one, which kind of turns off that concept of nothing means everything. I'm going to get this warning saying that either ID or request is mandatory to select. So it's pretty obvious there, self-explanatory, but just for you all to note, you do need to have either ID or request. You can have both, but you need to have at least one of them. And that is because you can just about see behind here that the ID and the request are the kind of links to click on to open up that ticket. So we need one of those two so you can actually click in and get to these tickets. I'm going to take both. Now I'm not going to check type because they're only going to be requests. So it's sort of not giving me any more information by having that column listed. I do want requester. Again, I'm not going to pick category because I know it's going to be software every case, so it's not really bringing me any value. And just going to grab a few more. Team and group, very important. Who it's assigned to. The life cycle and the phase, relevant to requests particularly. And the due date, there we go. That's a good selection here. Now I've selected my columns, I can rearrange my columns as well. I can choose the order that they're going to be in across the page. Don't have to accept the kind of default order of columns. So I'm actually going to bring status underneath ID. And I'm going to bring due date a little bit sort of up here because it's important to me that I make sure I do everything on time. You get the idea. You can choose to arrange those exactly how you want. And then when we're happy, we're going to click save. And there we go. I'm glad I got 3 tickets that met that criteria. So I'm looking at active, so that's active or pending, software, category of software, requests, only request ticket types, not incident or change or any other custom ticket type I might have added. You can see this is created for me view ID 5. I could share that view. And that's given me that view to now select in my list. You'll see now I'm in it. I can edit it. If I want to go back, change the name of it, change the filter, any other criteria, change the columns. You can fully edit any of those things after it's created. And then you hit update when you're done to make those changes permanent. If you decide you don't want the view or you're just playing, it can also be deleted. One more example, just going to go through it again. Another kind of use case as well to highlight is using a tag. So I've created a tag for a particular issue, which is coming up a lot. I want to kind of track, just temporarily probably, the sort of size and scale of this issue that's coming in. So let's go have another new view. We've got that issue with HP laptops. Okay, this is in my scenario here. This is coming up a lot. This sort of hardware issue with a particular model of HP laptop, and I want to tag all my tickets and then create a view. So in this case, I'm just going to pick tags and select here. Here's my tag, the HP 840 Gen 6 issues tag. And I'm tagging all my tickets that actually relate to that with that. It's only hopefully a short-term thing. So I don't want to create a category for that. Just created a tag so that I can tag all those tickets with that, and then I can see what's going on here. So I'm just going to keep it that simple. I want to show all ticket types, all statuses. You know, once I might resolve them, I might have a workaround in place to resolve them, but I still want to kind of have them in my view here so I can see how many times this issue came up. So this time I'm going to want most of the columns. I do want type. I do want status. I don't really care who requested it. But this time I want to know what priority we marked it as. And again, the team, the group, and the assignee. And if it was resolved, I want to know when it was resolved. Again, we can rearrange as needed. Just drag it on these nine little squares. I can just click on that. You see my cursor change. And I can grab and move around as needed. And then save. And here we are. It's just one in this case. It's part of my laptop subcategory, which is under hardware as the parent category. And it's been tagged with that tag because this is around that HP issue. So as more tickets come in and get tagged with that, I can kind of using this custom view, which again I can share, I can put as a favorite, I can send it to my manager to keep an eye on as well. I can see how many tickets are getting into this view. Is this a very large issue? Do we need to escalate it? Do we need to you know, escalate it with the vendor, whatever needs to be done. All right, that's it for the demo today. And there we are. And again, as always, we'll open up for any questions. Feel free to come off mute if you'd like. Feel free to put something in the chat. It's open. Feel free to reach out to the team afterwards. help@tikit.ai is the email address to get in touch with the global help team. Okie doke. I think no questions implies that that was a perfect session with no confusion. All right, seriously though, do appreciate your time, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Any questions that come up, do get in touch. Otherwise, I will say thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.